Hey, what is up, guys? And welcome back to another Magic the Gathering online challenge. We're back with Eldrazi ramp on the play for game one. Let's see, we find out this Devour Herb. We're gonna probably start off with District into Lab into Rumble. Probably angling for a Myco spawn. Myco spawn seems good here, yeah? Let's see. There's Ice Till, but Ice Till's kinda dead here. Honestly, kinda tempted to ship all. Last time we played against this opponent, what were they on? Energy. If that is still the case, let's go K return. We'll go Commercial District, keep it on top so we draw into it and pass. Do we angle towards the Emrakul or angle towards the Devourer? That is the question. Marsh Flats, Fetch, Sacred Foundry, Shock. That is indeed energy. Tis a rag. Let us Ugin Lab or Ghost Quarter. That's the question. Let's go Ugin Lab, imprint the Devourer. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 9 instead of 7. Honestly, actually, I might go for imprint the Emrakul and angle towards the Devour retrigger. So Emrakul, Rumble, that we can block the Rag. Yes, we'll grab the Temple then. That seems correct. Yes. 4 types in yard, and we will phase change and pass and hold. So we can block the Rag. Spawn down, Rag does not connect, does not pilfer. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5 short of Emrakul. We'll push up to 9, so really 4 short. Not too bad in the grand scheme. Opponent's paying cost for Ocelot Pride. Do they miss their land drop? They do not. We'll draw. A second Temple's really good here. So we will play Temple and hold K return. I imagine opponent will fetch here and surveil. Fetch, surveil, resolves. Marsh Flats puts a plains into the yard. Oh, it's the plains with the text at the bottom. Always throws me off with how it's shown here. They go directly to combat. We won't belabor the point. We'll just K return. We'll pass in full at this point. If they try and rebuild their board, we have a Temple into Devourer. Worst case scenario here is by and large a Blood Moon. A Johnny's fine though. We'll draw. Wooded Foothills, Temple, and we will cast Devourer of Destiny. Let's start by attempting to devour a Johnny. Do you have a discharge? Yeah, that was kind of my concern, honestly, that you would. Because now they can discharge the cat. Down to 13. Discharge. Flips a Johnny. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3 short. Yield all. And Johnny's flipped. No. Devour hits the board and we'll pass. Yeah, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Love to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Another Devourer. Discharge. That'll add a type to Yard. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. One short of Emrakul then. They don't have a red permanent though. So this last card must be a red permanent for them to do that. Worst case is Blood Moon. Pyro, not ideal, but fine. A Johnny will shock the Devourer. We'll draw. Misty Rain, again 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. One short. In which case, no reason to Bajuka Bog here. We're just going to play the Wooded Foothill and pass. End step, we return the Emrakul to hand. Fetch with Wooded Foothill. Guide of Souls is fine. Paying cost for 2 cards in hand. Bombardment. Not ideal, but we're still alive. A Johnny. Always yield to the Guide of Souls. Yield all. Down to 16. We'll take 4 down to 12. Again, Guide of Souls triggers. End step, fetch the Wooded Foothill down to 11, a theoretical 7, Stomping Ground tapped. Return Emrakul to hand, again 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Return Emrakul to hand. And draw. So in that case, let's go with Emrakul here. Triggers, yield all. I imagine we get into 7. To Bajuka Bog or to Ghost Quarter? I'm not entirely sure. Ghost Quarter reduces a land, but Bajuka Bog cuts off the Season Pyro. I guess the Ghost Quarter does delay the Season Pyro, so I think that's probably the better bet. No. Emrakul hit board. Opponent is in lethal range. I will play Ghost Quarter. And then our turn, Comrade. A second a Johnny. Would you look at that? Okay. We'll draw. There is a Flooded Strand. Go to main. So we can go... What? A Johnny pings self. A Johnny bombardment. Bombardment, ping self. So yes, let's start with a Johnny. And then we will 0 a Johnny. Target self down to 10. Bombardment, target self, sack the cat, trigger a Johnny, yield all. Yes. We'll keep the new a Johnny. And then we can send this. No response. Target self. Down to 1. Bombardment. Target a Johnny. Sacrifice a cat. Bombardment. Target you. Sacrifice a cat. Floodstrand fetch. Let's take a look at your list. I mean, we could Elegant Parlor to set up. Though I'm not exactly inclined to do so. I think we're just going to fail to find. Oh, that's right. I submitted a... Oh, I don't think I did submit a bug report. I think I forgot to. Shit. Okay, so we'll go Elegant Parlor after all. We'll put it on the stack. I would like to respond game. Okay, there, now we can respond. We'll take out the Sacred Foundry, then yield all. We'll search once more, just one mountain left. I hate it here. Blood Moon, you can keep the Blood Moon on top and pass. Right, just said fail to find was bugged and then forgot about fail to find being bugged. Cool, great, awesome. Thankfully it doesn't matter, but that sucks so hard. I need to remember to report that bug today. But we'll scoop it up. We'll take the win regardless. Let's bring in Unholy Heat and Dismember. We can cut out Ghost Quarter. I think they have 3 basics. A Rumble. And then 2 more cards. Honestly, Ice Till's kind of medium here. We could bring in, or rather we could cut a 7-mana value spell here. But I still always, I mean, that's not necessarily true. I guess it depends on whether or not they're on Charm on the side. Let's take a look at some energy list. I haven't done so in a minute. Charmal's kind of fallen out of favor. If I were to try and keep Ice Tills, how would we go about doing so? Trim Rumble plus 2 7s. Probably Rumble, Breaker, Emrakul to keep the Ice Tills, I suppose. I mean, the nice thing about Ice Till, the body is too big for them to discharge or flage, which is nice. So we could go about it like this. Yeah, not an entirely bad idea. Let's run it back like this. Hmm. Very top deck heavy, but it is workable. Opponent will get one down to 6 as well. We'll keep. So we'll go Forest, Sprawl, Green. Yeah, Forest, Sprawl, Green. Stomping Ground, Sprawl, Rumble. Is that right? We'll pass in full. Windswept Teeth pass. Feels like Blood Moon to me. Tis Devourer. So yeah, Forest. Sprawl green. Now we have green, green, colorless. Green, colorless, yeah. Sprawl green. And pass. Windswept Teeth fetch. Surveil. Guide of Souls to Yard. Interesting. Also, I figured if they had a Blood Moon, they would probably fetch for a basic, but they have basic planes in hand. No 1 mana value spells in hand. I mean, if it was a Blood Moon, I don't really care. If it's a Damp Sphere, that's kind of okay as well. Voice is fine. We'll draw. K command is solid. Ooh. This becomes a bit more interesting now. I think we Temple K Command X2, ramp and exile the voice, actually. Ramp, exile, set up for Devourer. We'll pass. We'll hold. Johnny is fine. Do you miss your land drop? You do. We draw a Sire. That's solid. Let us go Stomping Ground, Shock, Sprawl for red. Let's get rid of a Johnny down, and pass, and pass. 2, 5, 6. A land gets us to Sire. Is this a Blood Moon? I was right about the Blood Moon. Good stuff. We draw. Stomping Ground. We'll play the Stomping Ground. So that's only 6, unfortunately. So in that case, we'll go green, red. Hold the green for the Sprawl. Rumble. There's a Devourer. Though Devourer's kind of dead right now, unfortunately. They can't get rid of the Forest unless they're on Molten Rain, which seems to have fallen off almost entirely, but definitely not outside the realm of possibility. If you look at my opponent's specific list 11 days ago, looks like they're mainly on Damp Sphere, and that's about it. So we play a land for turn. It's unlikely that we're going to get to Devourer, so I'm more inclined to probably grab a land here. Let's grab another forest, methinks. And then Sprawl. We'll go for green, I suppose. Do I feel inclined to attack here? I don't think there's a reason for me not to. We'll attack. Down to 12. We'll hold. Next turn we have Cyrus, 7 death. And there's a Johnny. A Johnny will trigger. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we can block the spawn if we really want. I guess there's a world where we grab the Devourer and hope to find I don't know, Talisman? We draw. K return would be nice right now. Unholy Heat would be good. Opponent will discharge spawn 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Not a good move in my opinion. I think they're playing around the possibility of Emrakul, forgetting that I picked up a forest. Heat's perfect though. So we now can go 4, 5, 6, 7, Sire 7 death. And then Heated Johnny. Go to combat. Swing for 6. And I think this should be GG's. Block with a cat. Sure, sure. And pass. What else you got? Bombardment. Sure, sure. We draw. Temple. No reason to reveal the temple. Let's go to combat and attack with both and pass in full. I imagine you block with a cat. Ping me. Yep, down to 17, up to 24, down to 5, lethal on board, and Sire has pseudo hexproof. And I don't foresee a way out of this one, friend. Pyro, sure. Pitches 2, no, pitches 1, draws 1. And opponent skips it up, we'll take the win. Solid wins against Energy. We'll be back for match number 2. Alright, we're back for match 2 on the play for game 1. We can keep this. Opponent is supposedly on Energy, though the last time we played against them, they were on Blink. Opponent will mulligan down to 5. That is very promising. We'll go Wooded Foothill, fetch. For a forest, sprawl. For green or for red? We go Ghost Quarter, Talisman. And Ghost Quarter, Talisman, Rumble. Let's go for green here, I think. Actually, no, we'll go for red. Go for red and pass. And pass in full. Flooded Strand, fetch. Sacred Foundry, shock. Is it Energy? Plains. Guide of Souls. Could still be Energy, potentially with Blood Moon Mane. Okay. We'll draw World Breaker, Ghost Quarter, Talisman, Rumble. This gets interesting. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll grab the Ice Still. 4 types in yard and pass and hold. Marsh Flats fetch 18. Sacred Foundry shock 16. A Johnny Guide of Souls trigger. Always yield Guide of Souls. And at this point we'll pass in full. We'll take 1 down to 18. No blocks. No reason to. We'll draw K command. Well, that does change things now, doesn't it? We want to get rid of a Johnny. So I'm thinking K command, ramp, and exile, yeah? I think that makes the most sense. Green, red, green, colorless. There's no guarantee that we see a soul land, so I think the K command is right. Ramp and exile the Johnny while they're tapped down. X equals 2. A Johnny down. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We have Emrakul next turn. Opponent has 4 cards in hand. Still feel like they have a Blood Moon in hand as well. Windswept Teeth, fetch 17. Sacred Foundry, shocked 15. If they did, Pyro's fine. Trigger, always yield. You have a Flash in hand, 2 discharge. And that's fine. Guide of Souls, always yield. On the cat, we'll take 5 down to 13. We'll draw. Another K command. I think we just go with the Emrakul here, though actually, pause. We have 7 into Ugin. Ugin Exile Guide. Oh, Ugin might be the better choice, actually. Yeah, let's go Ugin. So, Ugin Exile Guide, yield all. Ugin 0. I will scry draw exile or ramp exile. We'll ramp exile. X equals 1. And exile you. And we'll hold 2 cards in hand. We have a blocker for the Ugin now. But we'll scoop it up and we'll take the win for game 1. Yeah, I was looking at the Emrakul and I was kind of mid on it at that point. So what did we do last time? Rumble, Breaker, Emrakul, and the Ghost Quarters. Alright, let's run it back. Let's see if we can get another 2-0 win against Energy. I mean, if we find a land off top, this is actually pretty good. 24 down to 22, 21. Any land will do. I mean, it's better than a 33% chance per draw. We'll keep. Not to mention we have removal on 1 with Dismember. Windswept Teeth, fetch 19. Sacred Foundry, shock 4. Ocelot Pride will draw. Temple is fantastic. I will play the Forest and pass and hold the Dismember. Paying cost for Bombardment. In response, we'll Dismember that. We'll pass. We'll draw. Second Talisman. Do we Rumble or Talisman? I would like to set up my land drop, I think. I will grab the Temple. Do we grab the Temple? There's actually a world where I want to grab the Lab. Because Lab Imprint Ugin allows for Talisman to return. We'll grab the Lab then. And hold. And hold. Otherwise, we can kick a Myco. Marsh Flats fetch 16. Do you have an Ajani? Pyro is fine. No Ajani. Pitch 2, draw 2. Pitching 2 lands. Do you ping the spawn? You do not. Ice Till. We'll imprint the Ugin and kick the Myco. Double white, double red. No matter what, we're hitting either Sacred Foundry or Arena of Glory. I like getting rid of Arena of Glory where possible. We'll yield all. I do not want to grab a colorless source. We have 4 types in Yara and opponents at 16. Ooh, Shifting Woodland's interesting. Yes, we're going to grab Shifting Woodland. And we'll pass, because that presents a clock. Windswept Heath fetch down to 15. Is this a Flage? It's an Ajani. That's an issue in its own right, admittedly. Bombardment. Target me. Ragavan, Ajani, target Maiko. Opponent's at 13. Oh, hold the phone. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need a land. Shock. And Shifting Woodland. Target Emrakul. Someone was not paying attention, friend. And that is lethal damage. Opponent scoops it up, and we'll take the win. Solid. All right, we'll be back for match number 3. All right, back for match 3 on the draw for game 1. Opponent mulligans down to 6. Hand's pretty non-functional unless we draw into a solo, which to be fair, we have 8 of. 2 draws, not bad. But I think I will mulligan here because we do with. It's just pretty non-functional. So we'll mulligan. Opponent's supposedly on living end, which is kind of interesting. This hand is much better by comparison. We'll keep pitch a stomping ground. Opponent will mulligan down to 5. Promising for us. Mulligan down to 4. Okay, now I'm getting a bit concerned that this might be Neobrand instead. I will pass in full. Misty Rainforest. We'll draw Sowing Maiko spawn. Interesting. So in that case, I'm tempted to go Temple here in case we draw into a soul land. We'll go Temple, pass. Hold up Cake Mana, off chance it's relevant. Misty Rainforest, fetch 19. Surveil with Meticulous Archive. Generous Ent, looking more and more like it might be Living End. This Cake Command will be good. Okay, yep, it is Living End then, given the Avian. But we'll play a land, and let's take a look at their list real quick. It does run 4 Force Negation, so we do want to be mindful of that. We'll draw second Maiko. Windswept Heath and pass. We could go K command, scry, draw, ramp, trying to find a soul land for a kicked Maiko to set them back. Otherwise, there is the possibility that we might need to ramp in this Ugin. Because if they do have Living End here, yeah. We'll let them Cascade. There's the Living End. Anything surprising here? No, but I see 3 forces, 3 subtleties. Do I want to get rid of anything in Yard is the question. I'm going to ramp and exile card from Yard. I'm going to say the Wind Color Avians. They can't block it reliably. Oh, let's cancel that. Fetch. We'll go for a Forest. And ramp. Exile cards in Yard. Avian. And done. Oh, I should scry draw. Duh. I make that mistake way too often against Living End for some reason. Like, oh, I'll just make a spawn. No, don't do it. Don't do that. Scry draw, find Devour's fine. I would have taken it, but it would have been 1 deeper. Ugh, annoying. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The Jugabog, not good anymore. So I think we just go Temple for the Devourer. We'll pass. And pass. Next turn we will Devour. Street Wraith Cycle. Surveil. 2 in hand. Tempted the block here, but benefit of not doing so is we can double block, but not like they're going to attack anyways into the Devourer. So we'll block here. Take the 5 down to 14. We'll draw. Ice Still. Shock. Get rid of the Ent and pass. Gain some life and pass. There's the Exalted. We'll block. And draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I go 1, 2, trying to think here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. I already have our forest though. So I'm thinking, is there a benefit to kicking here? 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Myco spawn. I will grab another temple, question mark. Could also go for Ghost Quarter and try and Ghost Quarter them out. How many basics do they have? 2. That's not a bad option either. Ghost Quarter. Ice Still. Paying cost for Subtlety. Yield all. Yield all. I'll say, do I care to have that on top right now? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm thinking I put this on bottom here, go for the Ugin instead. Yeah, I'll go bottom and pass. And we basically need to hope they don't have another Subtlety or a Force here. We'll take 3 in the air. Retrospect probably shouldn't have blocked the Devour. Should not have blocked with the Devourer. There is Curator. We'll draw. K return is interesting for later. Ugin exile what? Probably the Generous Ent here. Yield all. Ugin plus draw card. Any reason to play the Temple? No reason not to in this circumstance. We'll play the Temple and pass. Ugin is very hard for them to deal with though. Attack me or attack Ugin is the question. Attack Ugin or not. Attack me. Down to 5 we draw. I will... Shifting Woodland. Okay. Well, I think we just cast Devourer here. So Ugin exile, Devourer exile. Sidewind, or Riverwinder, sure. Gain some life, sure. Devourer will hit board. Return can act as instant speed removal under Ugin, but next turn we should just win, right? Cycle Street Wraith down to 18. We have the loyalty ability on Ugin primed. Upon we'll scoop it up, we'll take the win. Okay, a bit of a close one, but we got there. So I believe Soulish Jailer should work. Yep. Jailer, Bauble, Trinisphere. We could argue Flute even. K Return Out. Bajuka Box stays. We could trim out the Ghost Quarter if we want, but we really need to do is probably Emrakul out, because I imagine they play Inevitable Betrayal. They do. We also could bring in Flute, but I think just bringing back the Rumble's fine. I also play Clarion Conqueror on the side, which does make me raise some interesting points about things like Dismember. Dismember would make sense to me to get rid of Conqueror. Heat's nice because it does clear the majority of their creatures. I think Dismember is probably better in this context. Yeah, let's run it back. Oh, interesting. We can keep this. So we reveal, we play. The question is what I put under the gemstone. I'm actually really tempted to shove the shifting underneath gemstone. Yeah, in case we draw into a forest or forest equivalent. We can keep the sprawl. Yeah, let's do that. We'll pass. Surveil. And trigger. There's Sire. I'll grab the Sire, or do we grab the Talisman? Talisman's kind of interesting. It allows us to ramp pretty quickly here. Of course, they do play Force. So we go Lab, Imprint, Talisman, Rumble. Otherwise, we can just go Temple, Rumble. Let's go with Talisman. Draw. Imprint. I do play one Beseiju, something to note. Talisman. Rumble. Well, there's Trinisphere. There's Ice Still. I mean, I think we go for the Trinisphere here. And pass. And pass. Yeah, I almost wish now I pitched the Sprawl instead. Kept the... whatchamacallit? Shifting Woodland, that would have been nice. We'll draw, Myco, Temple, Myco, Kick. We will want to get rid of the green-blue because that cuts off Ardent Plea and Shardless. You don't know for certain what they're angling towards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I suppose. Go Eldrazi Temple. Yeah, I think that makes the most sense. And pass, because I'm assuming they brought in Inevitable Betrayal over Living End. Breeding Pool Shock down to 18. Foundation Breakers, fine. Why would they not hold that for Trinisphere, though? And opponent scoops it up. We'll take the win. Yeah, the second Microspawn kick probably set them way too far back, especially the Trinisphere in hand. No bueno. Alrighty. Well, solid win. Definitely could have played a little bit tighter in game one, I think, but otherwise, cannot complain. We'll be back for match number 4. Alright, we're back for match 4 on the play for game 1 against an opponent who's supposedly on Ruby Storm. I mean, our game 1 against Ruby Storm's god-awful, but this hand is doing nothing, so we mulligan it. Hand is better. I will keep. I'm going to assume that we're correct. They're playing Restorm, so we're going to pitch the return. I think that makes the most sense. I can't fetch. I will keep pitch return and done. Reveal Devourer. Opponent also reveals Devourer? Well, shoot. Now I don't know what I'm up against. I will grab a Temple. Could be Tron. That is an option. Grab Temple. We'll play Temple and pass. And pass. Is this Tron? No. Yes. Yes, it is. All right. We will draw Temple, Misty fetched, Forest. Unfortunately, no fancy temples on MTGO. Wish there was. Suppose we could go Talisman. Almost wish that I had went Lab instead of Temple on the off chance we saw the Talisman. I really should do that when I have the option. Oh shoot. Yeah, we'll go Talisman. Though we can't really play the Talisman next turn. Oh yeah, I'll still go Talisman. Talisman and pass and hold. Next turn we have a kicked Myco. Do they have a K command X equals 0? Or is it a Mind Stone? Either ways, we have access. It is. It's so unfortunate. Yeah, if I went the Lab, we'd be in a much better position, but we can go for Ghost Quarter regardless. K command of our own. Lab Imprint. Devourer. Talisman. Myco. Yield all. Ghost Quarter. And what did you hit here? Nothing of note. No, we'll hit this now since I can't K command. We'll hit the power plant and pass. 2, 4, 5, 6. We can go X equals 5, try and find another Myco spawn next turn. Let's hope they don't have a TKS. Of course they do. Takes the K command, we'll draw. Sanctum of Ugin, 2, 4. We'll play the Temple since they already know about the Temple. We'll pass. We'll have a Sanctum next turn though, which is pretty good. Another power plant for Karn. That is fine. Karn -4, liquid metal coating, I'd imagine. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 4, 5, 6. So in that case, returning Devour does not do a lot. 2, 4, 5, 6. Actually, no, it does. Because, yeah, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. No attacks. 6 cards in hand. End step, return, and draw. Talisman's not doing anything. Sanctum Devour trigger. Sanctum trigger, yield all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We could say yes, the Sanctum, grab a Myco. The only thing is they can local metal coat in my forest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I have to say no here. Unfortunate. Like I said, if I had played the lab instead of the temple prior to the rumble, we'd be in a much better position. Was this a flesh raker into liquid metal? Yes, that makes sense. That way I have blockers. I mean, the best thing of liquid metal here is actually probably my forest, but I went the temple instead. Okay. We draw. Shifting woodland. And we'll play the shifting. No reason to play the talisman. We'll go to combat, swing at Karn, but I think this might be GG's. Karn too good. We'll pass. Power plant 4 in hand. They can play Devourer as a blocker. What are my outs here now? I don't think I have many, if I'm being honest. Oh, okay, command X equals 5, goes up to 6. I mean, we're going to yield all. Down to 12. They can attack with a TKS. No blocks, down to 8. Yeah. Methinks that's GG's. Yep, down to 8. We'll draw. We'll concede. We're good. Yeah. I think that's one small thing that I need to remember more. When I have the option for lab with the possibility of drawing into a temple, we definitely need to be mindful of that. So flute in, heat in. Probably keep Dismember out. K return out. Gemstone out. Ghost Quarters stay. Bog out. And run it back. Yes. As we can easily play through a bridge, even without the World Breaker. On the play for game 2, we can keep this. Reveal Devourer and trigger. There's Flute Heat. We'll take the Flute. Lab, Imprint, cast and pass and in full. Lab, Imprint, not a Devourer unless you drew into it Sire for Mind Stone. We draw into Flute. So Talisman into Rumble. 1, 2, 3. This is interesting. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I do want the Emrakul, but it's kind of hard to get to versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But if they have a Karn next turn, honestly, I might want to Flute ahead of Karn, if I'm being honest here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll still go with the Emrakul. So Emrakul, Sanctum. Do we Flute ahead of Karn? No, we'll hold. It just kind of sucks they do play Karn and then it pushes us back 2. But if we hold the Flute, the Karn basically time walks them. So I'll hold the Flute. And if they dismember, here we Flute Karn. Yep. And pass. And pass. So you have TKS instead. Flesh Rake. Draw. Commercial District, Surveil. Stomping Ground to Yard. And Talisman. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess we could have went, but that does add a type to Yard as well. Mine 4, 5. 5 mana for K command X3. Do you take types from Yard? That is the question. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We need one more for 13. So it looks like a K command. They do take 3 types from Yards. Emrakul is offline. And ramps. Down to 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're just going to hold then. Take the 2 down to 13. We draw. Temple. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we'll Temple, return Devourer, put a body on board here, especially if they do have Karn. Yield all. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll say yes for sowing Myco Spawn, because we can guarantee it's being able to be cast. We'll pass. And pass 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3 short Emrakul. 9. Ooh, that's a problem. Yeah, that's a bit of a problem. The Indestructible is kind of what catches us here. Hits Temple, hits Devourer, hits Temple, hits Commercial District, down to 12, down to 11. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll draw. Ghost Quarter. Cast Myco Spawn. Yield all Temple. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3 short will pass. I guess we could have actually Ghost Quartered their land. I'm not sure it's going to be relevant though. I think we're dead. And I don't think, well, Ghost Quarter even be correct here? I don't know if it would be. We need to somehow win through Ulamog, and I don't see that happening. Draw another card. Mind Stone, retrigger. Down to 9. Methinks we're dead. I wonder if they actually have Karn in hand. Six. Oh, Leveler. They brought Leveler in. Yeah, makes sense. Flesh Rake, trigger, targets, attack, block. The problem is Ulamog now, if it attacks again, we lose. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep, we'll concede. Yeah. Another reason why I did contemplate splashing blue for Consigner Strix was because the matchup against Tron does seem a little bit rough recently. I will say game one, if we had played correctly, went lab instead of temple on 2, I think we probably would have won game 1, but game 2 here, I mean, yeah, they had pretty decent start. I think Fluting Karn was correct, given that they had a potential card on 2, and us with, like, I don't know, 3 talismans. But yeah, I do wonder if Splashing Blue might be right for E-Tron. It might be the correct option, and Splash Blue for a few consigned memories inside. Something to think about a little bit more, because my win percent against E-Tron just not going too well. With that being said, though, we'll be back for match 5. All right, and we're back for match number 5 on the play for game 1 against Helpful Hobo, who is likely on Basking Brood. Hand's kind of interesting. We have a K command, we have a commercial district. Would have wished that was a forest, but we can keep this. Yeah, it's workable. Possible that they're away from keyboard since we are between rounds. I'm pretty sure if we win this one, we should be locked in for top 8. I should have probably run the numbers. I should have paid more attention to my standing after breakers. But yeah, looks away from keyboard, so we'll be back in just a few short moments. All right, and we're back. Opponent keeps opening 7. District start, surveil, rumble top, love it, pass, and pass. Saga trigger. We can ghost quarter this. Might pretty rude. We draw lab imprint Emrakul. We'll rumble. There's Myco. Yes, we'll grab the Myco. We can't exactly go Talisman because of the Might. So Miko it is. We will pass. Okay, if I find a temple, that would be great. That way we can kick the Saga and ramp. Forest, rumble, finds Emrakul, Devour, or Temple. Imagine they grab Temple here. If they grab that Emrakul, we can always Bajuka Bog. Chooses Emrakul. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not even to Bajuka Bog yet. I guess we have Bajuka Bog in hand, so we can go Bajuka Bog, Myco Spawn for Ghost Quarter. Attack for 1, down to 19, I'd imagine. Can we find a temple? Ask and you shall receive. So, we actually do have a decision point here. Can they kill me next turn? Brood Blade would be 4, right? So they Brood Blade spawn. I don't think they can after the kick, but we could get rid of their forest and then Ghost Quarter 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Currently short. I mean, I think we just get rid of the Saga here. Yield all. Temple. We could K command the spawn, but I'm not too worried. We'll hold. And hold. Next turn we can just Bajuka Bog. 2. Is this a Brood? It's a Rumble. Whiffs on that. Do you take Boseiju? Boseiju or Saga? If you're angling for the combo, 4 types in yard, and passing, draw, Misty. Let's go to combat first here. See if they want to block to put another type in yard. They do not. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm just going to Bajuka Bog then. Hold up K command. So Emrakul should be out. We have our own Emrakul. Vaccine Bobble's fine. Temple's fine. There's Blade. Blade equip the spawn is Arta. Might is fine. Holding up the Boseiju, go to end step, return the Emrakul to hand. And ramp and scry draw. X equals 3. Sire, K return Emrakul. I would like the K return. We already have Emrakul, so bottom, top, draw. Do you want Boseiju me to shuffle away my Sire? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We still have enough for Emrakul. It's a bit of a moot point there with the Boseiju. We'll draw. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Hold up Ghost Quarter. Honestly, we don't really need to do that. So I'm trying to think here. Definitely play the Ghost Quarter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Pay the 1 like this. Triggers the Blade. That's fine. This way you can hold up the K return. Play the Ghost Quarter and pass. No attacks. You need to Haywire Might something, otherwise I will Haywire Might your Blade out. So you're going to Haywire Might target Vexing Bauble, draw with Vexing Bauble, would be my guess. Or are you going to Boseiju my Ghost Quarter? Boseiju Ghost Quarter. I'm tempted to actually let that go so they don't have a green source here. We'll hit the temple. Boseiju fails. Then Haywire might target Bobble, yield all, and then crack Bobble. Yep. Alright. There's Emrakul, Devourer, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's have them draw first. Another Devourer. I suppose playing Lab here makes sense. Go to main. Play Lab. No imprint. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No imprint. Gain me a life. And we'll pass. Hold up K return. Soul Guide Lantern. A little bit late for that though. K command down. Crack Soul Guide, draw a card. And passing draw. Another Ghost Quarter. I don't think you have any more basics, do you? Pretty sure you don't. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We need to hold up the ghost, or hold that though. And one more. Well, I guess in that case, I'm not holding up the K return is the only problem. Probably better to hold up the K return. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Go to combat. Because at this point, we're just making sure they can't win. And they'll scoop it up. We'll take the win. So we're going to want Heat, Dismember, potentially Flute even. Ice Till's okay. Bajigabog, yes. Rumble, no. Honestly, probably want to take out Flute. Do I have Broodscale in my sideboard guide? I do. So normally I take out Ugin. Bring in Heat's Dismember. Yeah, Ugin's pretty mid here. So is Devourer, though. Devourer's probably worse, question mark. But we can find hate pieces of Devourer. They run at least 3 basics. We could trim out the Ice Tills. Yeah, let's go with the cut the Ice Tills, keep the quarters, and just go removal heavy. Because the biggest thing is we're trying to not get killed by the combo. I think there's a world where we instead cut the K returns, but I think that's give and take. I'll be on the play. It's very draw dependent. Because we draw into action, then this is amazing. Yeah, we'll keep it. There's the gemstone. What do we pitch? I'm going to say the forest, yeah? And pass, because this allows us to accelerate rather quickly. Early blade, but scary. Dismember is good, though. I'll go for red. Talisman, hold up Dismember. If I can draw into a Myco, that'd be fantastic. Beseiju for Flesh Raker. Do I dismember the Flesh Raker now? I think we can hold. Draw. Ugin. Play the Temple. Do I care about the Flesh Raker as much as I do a Brood? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Short 1 on the Ugin next turn. Lab Imprint. No Imprint. Do you have the Brood? You do. Do you go to equip? You do. In response, black. 1, 2. Brood down. And yield all. Phase change. Take 2 down to 14. Let's draw into some action here. That is not it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Tapped and pass. And next turn we have Ugin, which is okay, but if they have another Brood here, they win. Stirrings. What do you find? Ooh. Do you have another green source? You do. A bit unfortunate, but we just weren't able to find anything of note. They equip and we concede. Okay. Yep, as much as removal as we had, we did not have enough. We'll bring back in the Rumble. Got the Gemstone. And run it back. On the play for game 3, I will keep. Has interaction, has castables, looks good. Verdant Catacomb pass. Devourer trigger. Let's see what they exile. Brood, Saga, and Flesh. Well, that's frightening. Do you have the blade? You do. Put a pause on end step. Fetch, Verdant Cat, Surveil. Temple, top. And draw. Ghost Quarter Temple, grab Temple, hold up Dismember. Next turn we have a kicked Myco. Lab, Imprint, Devourer. Do you have a Flesh Raker? Rumble. Grabs Ballista. Yep, I was right about Ballista. Do you have a K command to rob me of my MTGO? You do. Damn. Second time this happened. We'll sack in response. Yield all. We could still go Ghost Quarter next turn off of MTGO. Draw. Emrakul. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Between K Return Dismember, I feel pretty confident. So Lab Imprint Emrakul. Talisman, because I'm a bit worried about a Beseiju. We have the Dismember, we have K Return. Rumble Part 2 takes the Temple, I'd imagine. Chooses Forest. Definitely has the Brood in hand. We're playing around each other right now. Might will resolve. Forest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. They have Emrakul next turn. That's annoying. We have a Jukabog online though, so we're going to K Return here. Might target the Talisman, triggers the Blade, yield all. And draw. Temple, kick the MTGO. MTGO kick, hit the lab. As much as I want a Bajukabog here, if they have a land and Brood, they can win. I'm gonna go for Temple. They don't need a spawn with the Ballista in hand. If they have Brood in hand, and then a finisher, they win. Because land, Brood, equip. Ballista, 0, trigger Blade. So it'd need land, Brood, Ballista. So the last 2 cards would need to be finishers. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Annoying is what that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Might grab a Sanctum here rather than a fetch. Sanctum allows for me... Yeah, I think Sanctum allows for me to go digging after Devourer. Go Sanctum. Pass. Rumble. And there's the Brood. Chooses Temple. Yeah, I think they have Emrakul. So again, I think they have 8 types. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Do I really have to dismember this godforsaken spawn? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, I don't need to, because they K return in yard. Okay, that's fine. This is dicey. We draw. Yep, we go Devourer. But before that, let's first go to combat. Attack with Myco. Yield all. We go yes. Hold up Dismember. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We go Myco. Yes, clear. Yield all. And hold up Dismember. Stirrings goes digging. Probably for a soul land. Do they find a soul land here? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Do they have it? Shit. They don't. Oh, holy hell, that was close. That was close. I know for a fact you have Emrakul in hand. Yeah, that's fine. That resolves. Yes, we can let this resolve. We draw. Ghost Quarters, perfect. Kick the Myco. We definitely put Jukabog. I'm just trying to figure out whether or not I want to hold up the lab. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And we go for the Bajukabog. Hit the temple. Yield all. Bajukabog you. Yield all. Go to combat. Swing for 6. And hold. Second Flesh Raker. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. The second Flesh Raker is a bit annoying, though, I will admit. Especially if they play this Ballista on 0, Springleaf Drum. Don't like this. Don't like this one bit. Because they can grow their board pretty quick while also dealing me a decent amount of damage. There's the brood I've been dreading. Shit. Equip the brood. We die. Frickin' hell. We die. Because now they can just play the Ballista for 0. We were playing around Emrakul, then we were playing around both the entire time. The second Fleshraker killed me. Damn. GG's. I mean, I feel like we played that correctly. The second Fleshraker just ended me, though. Because the entire time we held up removal for Broodscale in case of Broodscale, while also attacking their ability to play Emrakul. But the second Fleshraker is what killed us. Because they're just able to chain off too many color spells. And since they had multiple Fleshrakers, I mean, there wasn't much we can do. It's not like we could just have removed the Fleshraker instead of the Broodscale. Not to mention they still had the Ballista in hand. How many forests have we seen? Only 2. They run 3. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No. I'm just trying to figure out if maybe there was a world where we went towards our Emrakul rather than trying to fight theirs. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We'd have had to fire off the Dismember. Like, there's a world where if I say screw it all, they had 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 now. Like, I don't think there's a world where I could have risked the Emrakul. Because the one other option would have been if I would have kicked the Maiko instead of grabbing the Bajuka Bog when we did. No, never mind. No, there wasn't anything we could do. Because that came into play that turn. No, never mind. We had to play the K return when we did because we were playing around the possibility of them having Emrakul. Yeah, I don't think it was a world where we could have played any differently. Honestly, with the information we had, I don't think there was. Regardless, we could dig in and analyze this ad nauseum, but unfortunately a loss is a loss, and we'll be back for match number 6. Alright, and we're back for match 6 on the play for game 1. That's a mulligan. We can make it work. We pitch the breaker. Opponent mulligans down to 6. Supposedly they might be on energy. Down to 5. So we reveal Devourer. Then we can make some decisions around Commercial District. Sprawl, Ice Till, K command. I would love the K command. I think we grab the Sprawl though. Yes. Commercial District, Stomping Ground, Sprawl, Rumble. Yes. Commercial District, keep it on top, and pass, so we can just try and accelerate here. Elegant Parlor, Surveil, Marsh Flats. I will say I don't entirely love putting Sprawl onto a non-basic into what could potentially be a Blood Moon, but it is what it is. Grab the Shifting Wood. 3 types in yard, and pass, and hold. Marsh Flats fetch. 4, 5. I'd love to see a Myco spawn here. There's a Johnny, so it is energy. We'll draw lab. Well, that makes things interesting. No reason to show a lab right now. We'll play the Shifting and pass and hope that the spawn doesn't go anywhere. If we can land the Sire, I think we win. I guess there's a world where maybe we should have played the lab in case we drew into another soul land. On the 15. Guide of Souls is fine. Arid Mesa, fetch 18. Yeah, no, I probably should have played the lab and print the Emrakul. We'll see how this works out. Is this a bombardment? Voice? And is a blowout. We should win this. Thank God they did not have removal. That's all I'll say to that. Sprawl, lab, imprint, Emrakul. Sprawl on district for green. And methinks this is GG's. Yield all, yes, and pass in full. But we'll scoop it up. We'll take the win. All right, let's go to sideboard, heat, dismember in, and Ghost Quarter out, Rumble out, Breaker, Emrakul, and run it back. On the draw for game 2, I'd imagine. We should take a peek at my opponent's list real quick. They are on Charma and Damp Sphere, good to know. At least as of 14 days ago. We will keep. We're looking for a land off Devourer. Would love to see a lab, of course. Reveal Devourer and pass in full. Opponent will keep 6. Surveil. Slow starts from opponent. Good for us. Marsh Flats. Devourer trigger. There's the lab. Yes. The other options go Windswept Teeth, Fetch, Surveil, or Shock. The reason why I think that is a possibility is because then we can play the Ice Till to ramp further. That's kind of interesting. Windswept Teeth, Fetch, Shock, Heat. Otherwise, we then hold Heat by going Temple, Talisman, Heat. And that allows us to go 1, 2, 3. No, we're still short. Maybe we do go lab. No, I guess Winslet does give us another look on top if we don't have to heat on there too. I'm just gonna go lab. Lab, Imprint, Devour, or Ugin. Devour's more likely to be castable sooner, but Ugin's more castable underneath moons. I'm gonna say Devour. That and also they already have knowledge of it. We'll hold the heat. I'd love to see a green source. Damn Sphere. Kind of rude, but fine. Draw. Of course. Let's not plan to Charmaw though, so we'll go Forest and hold. End step will return Devour to hand. Fable. Do we want to heat? I'm gonna say yes. End step, return, and draw. Ice Till, Temple Mill, and pass. And pass. If they... Charmele's online if they have it, but I'm okay with Charmel right now. Flage, Bombardment to Yard. Okay. A hasty Flage is a problem. Hearse is kind of annoying, but fine. We'll draw. Lab. No imprints. We go imprint first. That way if we mill into a land, we can play it. If we mill into a land, we have Ugin. No imprint. Land? No land, unfortunate. Yeah, we're short one on Ugin. We'll attack with Ice Till. No, we'll hold back here because they have Arena of Glory and potentially a Hasty Rag. So holding back seems right. No, actually, funny. They can't haste the Flage because of Damping Sphere, I just realized. So we're clear there, but they can still haste other things. So leaving back the Ice Till seems right nonetheless. Yes, we'll pass. I think one more land wins us the game, though. Hearse, that's fine. Hearse doing Hearse things. Fable, trigger. There's the Charmaw. So Charmaw can now hit a land, which Hearse will then vacuum up before I can replay it. That's a problem. Yep. If I can grab a fetch here, that'd be ideal. Draw. Dismember's okay. We'll hold it for when they attempt to reflect into Kiki-Jiki the Charmaw. Tax him a turn. Well, I guess the downside of doing that is now they can crew the hearse. Give and take. Like I said, what I need right now is a fetch. Desperately so. Oh, that sucks so much. Yeah, I guess I should have dismembered the Charm on my turn. Hit the Charmaw. Kiki Jiki will do its thing. Copy the Charma. Crew the Hearse. Well, I guess they're not going to attack with the Hearse. They're just going to use it to chip away at the lands in yard. Unfortunate. Yep. Now we're in trouble. Take 4 down to 11. Hearse. So now even a fetch doesn't do it. K command would be nice. Yep. Draw. Drawn into bricks. Shoot. We'll pass. That's so unfortunate. Pass. Now they can Kiki Jiki voice. That's what, 6, 5. Down to... Honestly, they can probably just attack of Hearse at this point. It has 6 cards underneath of it. Yeah. Guide. Kiki Jiki voice. Trigger. They can now float the voice as well for an additional 2. Yeah, that Hearse I was not thinking it was going to be as good as it was, but it's pretty good right now. Doesn't really matter what I block here. Yeah, I don't foresee a path forward now. Unfortunately, I think we missed our opportunity. Dismember is not going to cut it. We'll concede. That was looking really good, too. Alright, so bring in the Rumble and cut out the Gemstone and run it back. Damn. Yeah, if we had just hit a land off the lab when we milled, the game would have been so much different there. But definitely should have dismembered the Charmal on my turn. Should have played around the potential for a Voice of Victory. Because that guaranteed the loss. But didn't matter as we drew into a brick. Unfortunate. Variance going to variance. Alright. On the play for game 3. I will keep. Opponent walking down to 6. Commercial District Surveil. Second K command. I'll say yes. And pass. And pass. Marsh Flats fetch 19. Sacred Foundry Shock 17 for Rag. So we're going to want to K command it. And go to combat. K command, ramp, and exile the Rag. Though honestly, I'm kind of tempted to scry draw here as we're missing a land drop. Done. K return. Well, I do want that. At the same time, bottom draw. There's the land drop. Pass in full. Damp Sphere. Annoying is what that is. Misty Rainforest fetch for a forest. So if I go Sprawl, we'll only have 2. Yeah, so I can't double cast here reasonably. Because this is 1, 1, 2. Actually, no, hold on. For double green, Talisman, and pass. And pass. Arena, no haste, Pyro. Pyro pitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To hold up the K command or go for the Myco spawn? That is the question. We can't kick the Myco spawn. So right now I have an X equals 3. Or do we Talisman for X equals 2? I'm going to say X equals 3 here. Take 3, down to 16. 3 in hand, though. Flooded Strand, 2 for Bombardment. Go to end step, I'd imagine. Fetch Flood Strand, 16. Sacred Foundry Shock, 14. For a rag. Go to end step. K command X equals 3. Done. Devourer Rumble. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, 9. Interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I suppose we could go top, 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 draw. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 7, 8. So yeah, we can go Talisman, Devourer. Get rid of the Bombardment. As strange as that is, we'll pass. And pass. There's the Johnny. No attacks. We draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, 5, 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, 5, 6. So I think we just kick the Myco. Really? Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, 5, 6. But then we wouldn't have enough for the kicked Maiko because of the tax. Yes. Do we care about the kicked Maiko, though? I guess is a good question. I think I'm going to rumble, actually. I suppose we can just kick the Maiko anyways. Let's kick the Arena of Glory. 4 types in yard, but nothing of note is the problem. Go Sanctum of Ugin, I guess. And pass. No attacks because the cat. 1 card in hand. Hopefully you don't have a way to flip the Johnny. Second Damp Sphere's fine. They attack for 2. We'll take. Draw. And I think that's GG's. Sanctum trigger, Ugin, exile a Johnny. We'll have 5 mana, so we can go Maiko spawn next turn if we wanted. Otherwise, we can go Talisman. Exile, what, Pyro? We'll scoop it up, though, and we got the win. Whew. That was a bit of a close one. Not gonna lie. But we got there. So, as of right now, we're looking at 4-2 record at the end of 6. There's potential for us making top 8. So, we'll be back either for the wrap-up or the quarterfinals of tonight's challenge. Be back shortly. Alright, and we're back for the wrap-up. Unfortunately, our OMW was not good enough, and we were not able to get top 8. 11th, though, not bad. All things considered, really close loss to Helpful Hobo on Broodscale in round 5, game 3. Eldrazi Tron, I don't know what it has been, but I've definitely been struggling against Eldrazi Tron. I might have to look at that matchup a little bit more, try and figure out how we can approach it a little bit better. Shy of, running Moon Effects or Void Mirrors or running Consigned to Memory, Strict Serenade, etc. But some things to think about, especially as right now Tron seems to be performing pretty well. But regardless, a 4-2 record at the end of 6, pretty good, so cannot complain too much. With that being said, though, that there will be the end of tonight's YouTube video. As always, if you did enjoy it, please do consider hitting the like button. Comment down below if you did see any lines that I missed, any mistakes that I made, or any general feedback. Be much appreciated. For as much that I hope y'all learn from me in both my successes and failures, I hope I can learn from you all as well. Last but not least, if you reached the point in the video and haven't already, please do consider hitting the subscribe button as we continue to grow this channel. However, if you would like to watch these videos recorded live over on Twitch, you can find me there Sundays through Thursdays at 10 p.m. CST and Fridays and Saturdays at 8 p.m. CST for the weekend challenges. Otherwise, you can head over to my Patreon where you can find these videos ad-free and early. With that being said, though, folks, I will see y'all next time. Bye-bye.